So, hello and welcome to Pia's Creative Corner. My name is Pia and today's Friday, and this is a little bit of peek into the future. It's about 1:30 p.m. my time, and I'm a bit delayed compared to what I was planning, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna be here for a couple of hours. So far, these unplanned streams are gonna be shorter. I think there will be around 2 hours, between 2 and 3 hours, but there will probably be more of them. So hopefully, it's not gonna be so much in the how long they're lasting, but more that there will be more of them. As you can see, if you were in some of my previous ones, I am in my living room, and therefore the setup looks a bit different, both on your end and here from my end. We're gonna work on my Chrysotica picture, which is the one I have on my big light pad. My light pad in here is a A1 light pad, so it's 80 in the wide and it's about 60 in the height centimeters. I'm just gonna show you. So this is how far I am with my picture so far, and there's actually not that much missing here. The reason why it looks so much is just because I cover it with a lot of paper. So I want to finish as much as I can today on this, so I'm kind of finishing this row. Hey Ula, yeah, now you can be with me again, me and Superstar. Superstar has his own place. Let's see if we can get a picture of that. Oh. So he has his own, like, almost couch here. So this is where he is, where he waits for his stag, to be honest. So so he gets little bit more attention in here, I think. We don't want to look at me. Okay, so yeah, he would love you to be there to sit and cuddle with him. He's just one big couch potato when it comes to that. We went for a walk earlier today, and we met. No, it was not a summer thing, honey. You can go in the garden. We went to go for a walk earlier this morning, or today, around 9:30, and because it's a bit earlier than we usually would, because usually in the wintertime we will be going around noon, but due to the sun and the heat and everything, we go as early as possible, and because my husband is going to work really early, so it's okay if we go like 9 o'clock. That's not like he's just been out, and he wouldn't bother anyway. So hang on, I'm just trying not to lose my pants here. And maybe I should have taken something else, put some dress on or something, but it is what it is. I have pants on at least. At least I have pants on. Let's see. I'm gonna go with that one. Here. I just need an extra access to my chat, just because it's not always I can see what is written on the phone, and then feel so much more safe and secure if I can watch it on my tablet too. Nu skal du gå hen og lægge dig. Okay, so this is a training session too for my dog. So he's gonna learn that sometimes mom's gonna do this, and even if I'm laughing and stuff, then it's not like including him every time. So. Uh, So I just had some lunch, and which was my first meal of the day. I did spend a lot of energy on cleaning the house today. I did a bit of deep clean in the bathroom because, you know, to be honest, I'm not like cleaning I'll clean once a week. And it's not every week I like deep clean, like both the shower and the floor and everything. Sometimes I'm just cleaning, you know, the most essential things, and then the rest will have to wait. Today I had a bit more energy this morning, maybe because I knew that I was not going to stream tonight, because I felt really good about the decisions I've made. So I'm going to use these two pens. I'm going to use my Munimate trays, both the big and the small ones. And if you don't know which picture I am working on, I will show you. It is this one, which is called Songs Under the Cherry Tree, and it is a 55.8 centimeter by 78.7 centimeter, or 22 inches by 31 inches. If the music is too loud, I'm just gonna, you know, turn the volume down a bit. So just tell me if it is, or else we're just gonna go. I just saw that I don't know how much power I have on my headset, so we're gonna go as long as there's power on my headset. With a time limit, of course, on the 2.5 hours. So I have a bit of a I haven't put black in that one in here yet, and the reason why I haven't is because I actually want to put AB drills in there, but I'm not quite sure how it looks, to be honest. So it was more like shouldn't or should I do it, you know? The AB drills look like this, and this is like her eyebrows is up here, so it's like in her eye. Her Asian eye is usually like a mix between going from light brown all over to dark brown, so dark brown that's almost black. My eyes are almost black. But they are dark brown. They're just very, very dark brown. But I was thinking of using these AB drills in the eyes here, because it is. Where did I do the picture? No. Because it's like, if you can see in the eye here, it's like it's black in here. So there is black, and it is a bit of a shine in there. So I was thinking that it would give a good, you know, good result. But I'm not sure with these black AB drills. I'm not quite sure. But maybe I should just do it and then see what it looks like, right? Just jump right into it. So, what are you up to today, Ulla? I was on Miss Coffee's stream this morning. I was really lucky that she was actually streaming a bit longer than usual. I would say usually when she's streaming, like with her with the art stream, it's close to finish when I wake up. But she was actually a bit longer, so I could be a part of the whole part of the stream. That was nice. I really like being on her stream. because she's starting her stream 8 o'clock, and that means it's around 3 a.m. in the morning for me. So it's not always I catch it, but I am a lot of the time I am actually up at that time. Well, it's not up too much. She just wanna chill out with her dog and her husband, and chill out with her dog. Her husband is in the summer house. Oh, so she's all alone. Well, then my unplanned stream couldn't come at a better time, I guess. So we can do a bit of diamond painting for a couple of hours, you and me, and then see who else is stopping by. You're gonna work tomorrow. Was it tomorrow or Sunday you're gonna work? I'm sorry, I know you did tell me, but I completely... It's... It was removed during night, I think. So we went for a walk. Now I'm gonna try. Sometimes I actually think I do have. People talk so much about ADHD. I do think I have ADHD brain sometimes. In the way that I'm really sometimes keeping. It's really hard for me to keep track of my thoughts. Saturday and Sunday. Okay. But so I was out walking the dog, and I met a woman. I have met her before. I think, without knowing anything about it, but I think I think one of her dogs, both of her dogs are like whippets. So these racing dogs. And I think one of them is a rescue. I don't know if both of them are, but I think one of them, because it was very skimmish in the beginning. So I've always made a point of make sure that my dog was sending really calming signals, and like not looking at them and not provoking anything, or so today she was, because we did, and it's just a general move we just do when we meet another dog, is that I'm not allowing him to look at it in the way. I'm just taking focus. And with that one I have there, it's very easy. I'm just going to show him some food. Then he'll be, oh, food. So, and she stopped and said, and what I noticed was that her dogs were really calm today, it's been a while since I saw them last time. So I just noticed that she's kind of, my thought was, well, you've been working with your dogs. I didn't say anything. I didn't get to, because she was, she had a lot on her heart, I think. She said, oh, it's so nice to watch you and your dog. It's so calm every time we meet it, and I meet you, and now we have been like meeting for a while, over, it's several years. She said, how old is your dog? I said, well, he's turning 6 in a month or so. It's not even a month, actually. It's in 3 weeks, but hey, who counts? So I was like, okay. And she said, well, I really like the way that he's always having his attention to you, and you have such a nice energy with him, and he's really calm, and she says it's and and we stopped, and then he was really calm and was paying attention, but when we stopped talking, he was like, okay, you're talking, I want to do something else, because that's boring. So and then he just, not in full in the whole length of the leash, but he was just, there was something more interesting, and she was like, oh, that's okay, because he wasn't going in the direction of her dog. She was just going opposite direction. It was just something that caught his nose, I think. So, but she said, it's so nice to see that you have so much control, and that, see, this is why, and you can't see it, but this is actually why I don't like working with a center party, because it does leave residue sometime. Either it's my fault or it's the, it's the residue fault. But either way, I think it's my fault. It's the way I work with it. But either way, it's can be really hard to remove it, and that's kind of annoys me with the scented party. I really love all the different scents, and I'm looking forward at one point to receive the ones from Bench Bear. I'm so curious about what he has been coming up with back. So that's just nice, getting recognized and acknowledged in the work that I do work with my dog, and it is noticed, and it's very rare that people actually appreciate, to me, express the appreciation of how my dog behaves. Usually they would be like very not understanding why they are not allowed to say hi to the dog, or why their dog is not allowed to say hi to my dog. And it's sometimes it's really like people think that I do it to harm them, or it's just because my dog is special or something. But my dog is special. But I have learned that if I control and are careful about who my dog speaks to, both human and dogs, my dog will have a high level of trust to me, and that means that whenever I do let him say hi, he actually acts really nice, and behaves really good. He has, of course, been socialized, because that's really important. So he has been saying hi to other dogs and people. The really big training step we are working with is that, because my dog thinks that all human beings are created just to pet him and be for him, and that is like everyone, not just the ones he knows, because a stranger to him is just a friend he hasn't met yet. So he will try and make friends with everyone. So like yesterday when we were out for the walk there, we met a group of people that were out biking. They were just having a rest out up at the church, and he would be like, "Oh, everyone there for me." I'm like, "No, relax, chill out, let's go." So yeah, but I'm actually feeling really good today, and I'm feeling good with the things I've been doing. I've been doing a bit of laundry, I've been doing a bit of cleaning, and just tidying up the home a bit. It's not like it's not like it looks like a ruin in here, and it's not like it's not like a hoarding place or anything. It's just that sometimes I don't have the energy to tidying up after myself, putting things away, and then they would just be left out because my husband doesn't see it. So today I just a little bit here and a little bit there, and vacuumed a little bit where I have my shoes, and yeah, so it was just everything. And then the bathroom got a good nice clean. It is an old bathroom, and it's very, very like clear to anyone who is stopping by that it is an old bathroom, but it's a functional one. And as long as it is that, we're not gonna change anything about it, because because we know we're gonna sell it. We're just gonna leave it. If we knew we were gonna live here for about 20 years more, or 30 years more, we would be changing the bathroom soon. but as we are planning on selling the house, we are not gonna do that. So, and that's the same goes for the kitchen. We're not gonna, because that is also looking really worn down. And I mean, that hasn't been done. We did a bit of painting and things like that when I moved in, and that is 15 years ago, 16 years ago. Yeah, 16 years ago. So, and that was what we did. We didn't, and of course, we put in some. We did buy a new oven, but all the cupboards and stuff like that really needs to be changed, and it just needs a good paint job and stuff like that. Um, so, okay. No, that was a bad move. Can we place it down here? Yeah, we can place it here. So yesterday I told on the stream that my husband had a new meeting with a bigger union that actually can take his case to court, to the work court, and I was kind of dreaming my thoughts away on what I would buy and what I would get. And then this morning I was like, oh, I actually forgot about the most important thing is I'm of course gonna go and visit my sister in Manchester. That is one thing that is gonna happen for sure. If we are going, if that is going to be the case, if we really win the case and we get some money in from to replace as both a replacement but also as like what do you call it, a way for it's like a punishment for the company for not being nice to my husband. I think that if that is going that way, I am gonna visit my sister just for a weekend or so. I have Friday and Monday is my off day, so I could easily visit her without it would have any influence on my work. And as my as my manager said at one time, well, it's no problem. You can still go. You can still take your working computer with you and go online over there. So it's actually not an excuse. I was like, no, okay. So yeah. I really love working on this picture. Just want to say this. If you are new to diamond painting and you are stopping by and just are curious and want to just accidentally clicked on my picture because you were thinking, what is that? What is that? This is a kind of craft that is kind of new one in the sense that it's not as old as knitting or cross stitch or things like that. But I would say it's a mix between cross stitch and paint by numbers. Or if you know stamped cross stitch, if you know how that works, it's very close to that one. Or the other one is paint by numbers. So that what it means is that you take a big piece of, this is a kind of a canvas this is printed on, so you print the picture on that, and in the picture every color has a code, and the codes are different symbols, and they're put on my containers, so I can see, like here they have these 2 dots, and I have here an area with 2 dots, so I'm just gonna pull put small stones on that area, and to do that I use a pen like this. If you're really new to the craft or just curious about it, you can, with most 90% of the diamond painting kits you buy, there would be a pen, there would be some wax, there would be there could be a small tray or a small boat, there might be a plug bags, there might be a tweezer. So depending on which company you buy it from, this is from a company called Diamond Art Club, and they only put tweezers in if the picture is a square one, because you really only need it there. When the part of the pen I'm using here is called a multiplacer, and it's just very simple because you can place more than one drill with it. I have been diamond painting for 4 years now, and I've been streaming on Twitch for about a year, and I've had my YouTube channel for 3 years. I'm very new to the whole streaming thing, and I had to do some adjustments, and one of the adjustments is that I'm gonna utilize that I actually have I'm not working from 9 to 5. So, and I have 2 of the 5 days in the week I don't work. So so that means that I do have the opportunity to do stream during day, and it is actually better for me to do it that way than to do the stream on Thursday night, and that was kind of what I was talking about yesterday. So welcome in, and have a cup of coffee. Do take your favorite beverage, a drink, cold or hot, and sit down and craft with me, or just sit down and listen to me. I was actually when I say listen, I was actually in a bookstore the other day. It's a mix between a bookstore and a stationery store. So they have it's my dream place. But I was actually thinking of buying a book, so I could once in a while, maybe once a month, do a stream where part of the stream, maybe last part of the stream, would be me reading a book, a part of a book. And the reason why I came to that was because I've been thinking of it for a while, but I haven't done anything about it. But then I was in the bookshop, and they had actually an English book with some of the most famous Danish authors. So I think it would make sense, and it would give an historic view of who Denmark is. And I thought in that sense it could actually, so it's not just me reading, because I could read a book, a adult book or something, or reading, what was I was just seeing, Divergent, Twilight or whatnot. So I could read whatever, but I thought actually that the other thing, even though some might find it a bit boring, that it could actually make sense for someone that would be curious about where we come from as a Danish culture. So yeah, that might be something I want to do at one point, and that might be something to do, as a part of my Friday stream, because it's gonna be like this in the future. I'm not gonna stream Thursday night because I've been working Thursday. So, but I'm not been working today, so I could stream today. But I'm not going to because I did yesterday, and I can't do 2 days in a row. And the reality is that I have been really struggling to keep awake during stream and to say something really things that make sense and stuff like that. And I'm trying to communicate in a second language, so I think it's really important that I'm being honest about it, and make sure that everyone gets what most of it, and most of me, as much from me that people can get. And I wanna deliver. I wanna be there, but in my full capacity, not like a you know second best thing when I know I can do better. So that is how my schedule is gonna be in the future. Is I'm gonna stream Friday night 8 p.m. I'm gonna stream for sure Sunday. It's gonna be as it's been all time, so I'm gonna start stream 3 p.m. From 3 to 4, I'm gonna do it in Danish, and from 4 to 7, it's gonna be in English, and so that's just gonna be per usual. Then I'm going to do these unplanned streams or pop-up streams. I don't know why I want to call it a pop-up stream. I think it's just because I see it like when, for instance, Diamond Art Club makes a pop-up store in a big shopping mall. So it's something that's temporary. I don't know if it's something I want to do like this in forever, but for now, this is how it's gonna be. And I am so swamped at work, and it takes so many resources from me. So and I want to do the streams. I don't wanna not do them. But I also had to like be real about that. I had to feel like I had to cancel a lot of streams lately. So why did I do that? And the whole train of thoughts behind it. So and yeah, so that's where I am with my stream. So there will be more like this. I might be streaming days during the day, even if I've been working, like, because it depends a bit on the day, time of the day, because I can squeeze more in up till 4 p.m. Then I'm all used up, and that is no matter what, if I've been doing nothing the whole day, or besides existing, if I have been, mucking around and cleaning and doing like I did today, streaming and everything, I'm still poop when it's 4 o'clock. So in that sense, it doesn't change that much. And I really feel like for me, streaming and working with the diamond painting pictures, doing that is, I like it. I really like it. Keeping company. I think in a way I'm there with the diamond painting, so it's not that it's not a challenge per se in the way that it was before. It because I've done so many. So now it's more like I want to do this one because I really like it, not because it's a challenge for me to do it. That's where I have my cross stitch, and that's also why I am going to take the advice from Miss Coffee's chat, and Miss Coffee, that I'm gonna buy the mount for my cross stitch. I'm just gonna see. I can't remember if I have Etsy on this one. I don't think so. No, but hang on. And I'm not going. Oh, I do have Etsy. But it's, oh, and it's there. Let's see if it have locked me in. It have. Oh, amazing. Let's see. My favorites, and I'm gonna do, I can do a search because apparently it's not gonna update across the devices. Cross stitch, mount, now, cross. What the, oh, I could search the right place, right? Cross stitch. Mm, Cross stitch. Accessorize. Let's see, where is it? There's so many things you can buy for cross stitch. One, I saw a what you, it was not an old woman. It was a woman at my age, I would say. And what she says is, there's so many things you can buy for cross stitch today that you couldn't do before. I mean, when she said, when I started cross stitching, that you couldn't buy all the fancy things you can do today. Stand. It's called a stand. Cross stitch stand. And let's see, here he is. Oh, it's even more cheap. Let's see. No, it's the same. So, yeah, she's young. Yeah, right. Okay, so this is the one I want to buy. Hang on, I'm just gonna go into the. So one position it can be in is like you can use it as sitting in the couch. And there's like a thing where you can put the floors on. That's really nice. Oh, where you can, it's so you can put it, have it like standing on the floor, or you can like mount it on the table. And this I could see like really be really good using. And this is adjustable, so I can have it like she has it here, or you can have it like more over the table, as I imagine in my head. So so these are the three options you have. And then what I wrote to him was to ask, this is like 60 centimeter, and if I buy it in the standard, if it was possible for me to buy like a bigger frame, the 90 centimeter later. And he said, no problem, there's no, you can do that. So I'm gonna buy the standard, as it is 60 centimeter by 30 centimeter. They're both 30 in the, like the wide, so it's just in or the wide, but in the height they're both like, that is the width that can be, how much they can be put out to. So So yeah, so and there's actually light here on the top too. So, and I did write to him and say, I don't have the money for it. I really want to have it, but I don't have the money for it now. And I think he just actually extended the sale because it hasn't been priced down yet or priced up yet. So, I think the only downside about it is that you need to be a little bit, handyman. I have my own handyman, so it's not a problem for me, but I could see how it could be a challenge for some people, you know. Uh, uh, yeah, isn't it? I think it looks really fancy, and I feel like it's something I could actually use for something good. So so yeah, that one I want to buy, and because I can't use the one I have now, because my project is getting too heavy. So, but I would like to try, and I might have to, bow down and buy a Chinese project because I want to buy one of the big ones from AliExpress. So far, it's the only place I've seen them have the big stamped cross stitch where you actually, hold on, where you actually are able to buy really big ones that are stamped, and where you can choose between ordinary floss or silk floss. So, um, so that I think I'm gonna do at the end of the year. I'm not gonna buy it until I have that stand, but I might be preparing for do a bit more research. I want to make sure that I kind of have to buy from AliExpress. I would love to not to, but so far it looks like they are the ones that have like the big stamp cross stitch. Um, and then I might want to look into buying a full size or full, don't know what you call it, but like these just in cross stitch, um so you have like a full picture. Okay. And then another thing I also did think of today was I think I'm gonna try and ask my handler from the authorities from the state about the whole streaming thing and ads and all that, because it's not just isn't I feel like I'm missing out on things to do with my community, just because I can't put ads on and you can't redeem points and stuff like that. And I really would like to do that. It's not a big thing at the moment, but I feel like I need to be really sure that it's not an option for me, so it's not. I would hate it if she was like, oh, you could just have asked. Okay, so instead of assuming that I know about it, I'm just gonna try and be gonna make sure that I am actually knowing. So just gonna turn this up a bit again. It's the things I don't understand with these non-copyright music I'm playing is, because I'm playing that all the time, but some of my videos on Twitch are still getting muted, and I'm like, but I didn't. But I think it's when they are like if you can't clearly hear what the music is, so they'd be like, oh, I think you might be, you know. So maybe that is the problem sometimes. I get to, it's just gonna be some, you know, like a tone here and there, and then it in their ears it might sound different or something. So yeah. So I was kind of thinking I would try just and have the music really close to the phone and see if it's getting too loud, because then I would try and do a bit more diamond painting and not so much talking. By the way, have you seen have you seen the new Equalizer 3? I don't know if you know the 1 and the 2. But it's one of my favorite movies. And it's just one I can see again and again, and in that sense I don't know if I'm you know, different than other people, but I can actually see a movie over and over if it really catches me. You don't know that? Okay. What do you like to see if you want to see a movie? What kind of movie do you like to see? Yeah, and this is me not talking so much. This is kind of realizing, hey, didn't you say you didn't want to talk too much? But apparently I love talking to myself. Oh, you like the old Danish movies, of course. That was my brain fault, that one. Læg dig ned. Læg dig ned. Arthur. Jo, jeg mener det. He's all cross-eyed when he looks at me. You can't mean that, Mom. If I'm just looking really, really cute. Nej, læg dig ned. Læg dig. Okay, Equalizer, I actually think you could see that. It is an action movie. Læg dig ned. And I'm not into very complicated movies, Danish or foreign movies. I am, to be honest, most into like action movies, and maybe some sci-fi's, like, and some like the Twilights I like and stuff like that. Mine is in the garden. He loves it when it's good weather and he could be there for hours. Yeah, mine, he will only be where I am. If my husband takes him out with him in the garden, he would be like, okay, you're doing this, okay, you're doing that, okay, I'm going into Mom. So he would actually be standing in front of the door on the porch and be like looking in. If he could, he would take his hands, his paws, and be looking in the window, you know, when you look really close up in the window like this. He would do that. Anybody in there? What I like about Equalizer is that it of course has all the special effects about the fighting scenes and action scenes and all that, but it also have a story, and it has a really emotional side to it too. So it's not just a hack and slash movie. It is actually something that has, to me, I think it makes sense, and it tells a story about a man who is trying to live a very quiet life, a simple life. He has been it never says 100% what he did, but it's kind of set in between the lines that he was a CIA agent. He was a field agent anyways, and he has skills to prove it. But he just wants to live a quiet life. He has lost his wife, and he did promise his wife that he was never gonna go down that very violent path again. But of course he was forced to it when in things happens in this movie. But I like that there's this very human part of it, that he has these things, I think, shows a very human side of what you encounter if you have to be like, go to a part of you that you're not that very proud of, you know. So I like that. And then of course I like Denzel Washington. So as an actor, so yeah. So that's been a one, and number 3 has just been released. So the first one is he is helping a Russian girl, I think she is. Yeah, a Russian girl that is working as a prostitute and is illegal in the States, and he helps her because she get beat up by her pimp. So yeah. And the second one is where he one of his very good and close friends are getting killed during her duty, and yeah, so it evolves around that, and it evolves around a kid he's helping at the same time. So there's a bit of everything in it, and I like he has this very calm way of being, and the character he's playing is this very, as I said, he's just want to be left alone and live a nice quiet life, and they don't want to let him. I was just having a bit of a thought process there. So I think at the end of the day, I will have, finished this row. And I was just thinking whether I should go in and fetch Red and Spangler and do that tomorrow. Finish the row there too, and then move on to this one again. I don't know. I think it's not like it's not like I can't live or can't exist if I don't get things to be nice and tight, but it is kind of important to me in a way. I'm really more in my comfort zone when they are. You just started a new row? Oh yeah. So when I finish this one and start the next one, I'm about halfway through the picture. So I really like, this is the first time I've worked with the fairy dust drills. I like the way they are used together with the AB drills, and it just gives the ABs a different way to shine, I think. So I really like that. So did you get the new ones from DAC you ordered? Have you started one of those? Oh, this looks very, very nice. Very, very nice. See? Such a beautiful flower. That is not too shabby. Yes, I am about to start the one for my dad. You just send me a picture of it. Okay, cool. Okay, I can't I can't see them because they are on the phone, which I'm streaming from, so I will be checking up on those later. No, it's like I'm literally hurting him, like physical hurting him. He is, I mean, call the animal protection police, cause he is in big pain, my dog, cause he is not getting any attention. I mean, and before I started stream, he was lying on the floor and, sleeping. So it's not like he was all over me, and now I'm just ignoring him. So it's just because I'm like, he's really like a only child thing, so he's used to getting all the attention. So the fact that people like anyone else is getting attention now in the middle of the day, where I usually would be like focused on him and his needs, is like outrageous. Outrageous. Oh yeah. Do you know the author called Victoria Holt? Victoria Holt. She is writing romance novels, books, and I'm having a thing with her at the moment. Usually I'm not into those things, but I have a couple of books that I think I don't know if you know that, but it's a thing because I read them when I was very young, and now I just, I stumbled above them the other day and was like, ooh, I wanna read them again. So this time I'm gonna listen to them. So I think it's just like 4 books or so. She's made a ton of books, but I have like 4. I have a favorite marked on my Mofibo, my app for books, audiobooks. So yeah. So I really I really enjoy listening to those, and they are part of my audiobooks I listen to when I try to fall asleep. So because those are not like, it's sometimes I have to be a bit careful of what I listen to, because some of the books can actually still give me nightmares. So just to make sure that I don't get too much, bad thoughts in my brain while I sleep. And I see myself when I sleep a bit unguarded, so I can't protect myself as much. So just to be sure that what I put in my head while I sleep is some good things, good pictures. So you don't know her, okay? Well, I can recommend her. If you wanna listen to something like, it's in the lighter end of the literature range. I can't remember what she's called. It's a Norwegian author. I like her, and I like listen to it. There's a bit of crime, but not too much, so you can sleep on it. It's not that bad. No, because I did have, I just ended my bit of a thing with the crime passion, and the whole true crime things and all that. As one said, sometimes the real world is actually overtaking the fictional. So so yeah, so I and that was when I was like, oh, why do I have bad dreams? Maybe I shouldn't listen to true crime before I sleep. So so I'm trying to listen to something in the lighter end of the range, um, where it's more like either it's more like a hot book, like, you know, 50 Shades of Grey. I haven't read that one, but like in that end of the scale, or it's like with the Victoria Holt books. So it's gonna be in that sense, because otherwise it can actually trigger something in me. I wasn't really paying attention to it because for me, books has always been like a safe place, but that's when I read them myself. This is, as I said, if it's something I fall asleep to, I am actually caught off guard. Or my brain is, and my whole nerve system is, and I need to be, watching out for that, because I am a very sensitive person, and I do tend to get nightmares still from things like that. I'm probably never gonna not experience things like that. We were just subscribing to PlayStation Plus, and one of the games we were looking at was like, I can't even remember, but it just, the preview of the game just started out with something with a lot of dead and undead and things that was like a little bit like Halloween themed, and I was like, okay, that I'm not gonna play again. I can't do, my brain and my nerve system, it can't kind of tell me that. I can know with my brain, with my sense, that with my common sense, that this is just a game and don't freak out. But my nerve system be like, oh, that is real, that is really real, they're gonna attack you, you're gonna die. And I'm like, so that is the best way I can explain it. What's happening, and it is the only reason why I haven't seen like Purge or some of those pictures, yeah, some of those movies, because I'm gonna have nightmares for the ages, and it's not gonna be fun being me, sitting up during the whole night because I'm too scared to fall asleep. When I need to go to sleep, I listen to Harry Potter, and I do it over and over again. Yeah, I have found that that is the best way for me to do it. Oh, perfect. Yeah. And that's also what I do. I listen to, this was just because I want to change things up a bit. I have been listening to a Swedish author called Jan Guillou, and he is actually writing some really good spy novels, books, and the one who is reading them has the most amazing voice. So and he is one I really like and listen to also in the night. And so I would be listening to two or three. Is it two or three? Two. It's two of his books over and over again. But I would like to put something in the mix, and this is where Victoria Holt actually kind of entered the scene. So it's one of her books, or it's the two Swedish, and then I listened to the Black Dagger Brotherhood. That is a vampire book, but it's without all the gore and gruesomeness. It's more like a hot steaming books. So yeah. But I get it. I like Harry Potter too. Yeah, that is it the first one? The Philosopher's Stones? What I really find is amazing with the Harry Potter the movies is you actually follow him through his from his pre-teens almost. I think are they 12 or so when they start the Harry Potter movies, and right up till that kind of in the young adults years. So it's and then they go on and do other movies, but that is a challenge to break out of that image you get while when doing movie. When the movie gets as big as that, it is a challenge, and everyone is talking about that. You get kind of put in that box. You are Harry Potter. You can't be anyone else. It starts with his 11 years birthday. Yeah, it is the Philosopher's Stone. It is a. He gets. It turns 11 in that one. Yeah, yeah. It's like the aftermath, or you could say. I think it's the first one. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, I might just. No, he would be home around 3:30 or so. He needs to do a bit of a. He needs to run an errand for me, my husband, on his way home. I wanted to go and buy some of the treats for my dog today, but I did choose to do the all the cleaning and all that, and I can't do both. So I think it is the Philosopher's Stones. It's where they play chess, the wizard chess. Yeah, it is. It's called the Philosopher's Stones or Stone. There's only one. But I like the Harry Potter movies, and I like the other movies that is like it's not the Harry Potter, but it's the whole world from the Harry Potter, because they still have like the Ministry of Magic and all that in Grindelwald, and the magical beings, or what it is they called, mystical beings or things. Oh, I get, I can see why it can be a bit hard for you to, because there's a lot of things going on in that movie. But you can read the books. I think you can get them as audiobooks. Can't you? I think you can actually. So that could maybe be an option because it's actually a really good addition to the Harry Potter universe. Because if you read the books, you know, if you know the books, you haven't checked for that, but you will look into, yeah, do that, because if you have read the books or listened to the books, you can see the movie and get the whole, you know, just enjoy how they have seen the creatures be. So and I could not imagine it wouldn't be in at one point. A lot of books are done as audiobooks today. I think much more than they were back in the days. Just because all of the, you know, streaming and all that, and people like having something in their ears all the time. So in that sense, it's just completely another world than when I was a young girl. I feel so old sometimes. Also, sometimes when young people are listening to music and it's like, oh, have you heard this amazing blah blah blah, and they just did this new thing. I'm like, no, that's not a new thing, honey. That's an old thing. That's an old thing. Oh man. Just adjust this a tiny bit. There's a bit delay on the picture, but that's okay, I think. Okay. And I would say this is not as bad with the confetti as I actually feared it would be. So there are confetti in it, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Thank God. Yeah, when you were young, you had that library bus coming around to the village, to the town once a week, and you could borrow books or the tapes and go home and read, yeah, and listen to it, yeah. And it wasn't that there wasn't that many books that was put as audiobooks, because the next step in that one was they would transfer to CDs. and now it's just something you are paying to, like Mofibo or some other service, depending on where you live, and you have access to X amount of books. And in Denmark we have two, I think we have four, because Saxo.com has one service where you can get audiobooks, and then we have this one called Mofibo, and we have the libraries have their own. I know, I have tried that one, and what more? What do you have? Which one are you using? I think there's one more. But then you have also been a part. You've also been a part of the possibility of renting a video box and some videotapes and drag the whole thing home, plug it in, and watch whatever movie on it. So what I'm really bad at with this, when I use this center putty, is knowing when to stop, because I tend to work with it too long, and then it gets either stringy or it gets dirty, and leave residue on my drills. Sealess. It's Nota Library. You've also tried to take the whole box with you, plug it in the telly to watch a movie. Yeah. And you had to remember to rewind the tape all the way back, because otherwise you need to pay more money for the rent, right? That's the whole thing. Yeah, you need to remember to do that. And I kind of get it, because if you rent out or you get home 100 tapes a day, and you have to rewind all of them, who wants to do that? And who? Because I've also tried to rent some videos, and they were not like rewinded, and it was annoying as hell. So after that, I was always doing it myself. Um, you do miss it a bit, because it was really nice and chill to go and find some movie and to watch the weekend, and then come home tired and have oh, when you came home tired after picking up potatoes all day. The potato part I can't really relate to, but it's about the part of the country we are living in. Oh yeah. So you know about the potato holidays. You know why we have that week in October and why we call it the potato holiday in Denmark. So my sweet baby has his birthday June 5, and I was just doing a cleaning today also of his bed, one of them, and I think I'm gonna give him a new bed instead of trying to clean the other one, because it is old and it is kind of, getting a bit fragile here and there. So I think I'm just gonna give him a new one. Um, Hopefully there will be some on sale at that time. I started as a 10-year to drive the tractor where we had the potatoes back on the back, and then when I got old enough, I would stand on the machine and sort them. I did that until I was around 15. Yeah. I mean, I was working at my mom's place. She had her own shop, and she had her own design and stuff like that. So she did her own DIY kits. It's so funny because it was not a thing back then, DIY, but it was exactly that, because you could do your own do it yourself kit with she had put everything you needed in the bag, and it was all cut out, pre-cut, for you. It's 15 years of potatoes that stopped when he died. When who died? Your dad? So your mom and dad had a agriculture farm, or were there animals on it too? Oh, the one you helped picking up potatoes. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was something you did with your parents. So it's like a summer job or autumn job. We actually have a lot of potato. What do you call it? Potato farms. Farmers that grows potatoes out here where I live now. Um, I think it's something to do with the soil we have, because it's really like sand, and potato grows best in sand, or very light soil. So if it's too heavy, they don't want to go there. I actually did it with my dad, because he knew him before I was born. know, we came there actually every weekend, and in the school holiday. I liked it there because I felt safe. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I need læg dig ned. I wouldn't say I had a safe space when I was a kid. I think I could have used. I had a safe person, a person that made me feel safe, but I didn't have a safe space. I could have used that for sure. When I look back, I think what I missed the most when I was like young and when I was in my maybe pre-teens and teens, were actually having an adult I could trust and felt safe with. I think that was what I was like, I missed the most, and thinking back of it, when I think back, is where I really felt like I was let down, or left behind or something. Because no one kind of told me or gave me any kind of way out where I could actually go and talk to someone where I would know they would listen to me. I think one of the hardest thing for me when I was a kid was that I had some trust issues, and at that time the social worker and the whole system did not recognize that being adopted could actually cause having problems with the relations, and I did have some trust issues, but for the most part it was a lot to do with the fact that my mom actually broke that trust a couple of times, and she did it in the desperation and misunderstanding of me, I think, and there was a lot of things that could have went a lot better if we had like if my parents had like a network or some equal-minded parents too, like you will have in moms groups and stuff like that. I know they do have today. I thank God some of them have, but yeah. So I'm gonna be here for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day. But I got a good, nice piece done, and I'm just gonna keep on moving on this one. I do think I want to try and finish this section and finish the row today. It depends on how long I can sit. It's actually, to be honest, been one of the challenges with my body. It's not so much I don't want to diamond paint as much. It's not so much that I kind of, I'm afraid of burnout, and therefore I try to pace down. It's actually more to do with the fact that I can't sit for very long, and it just gets too painful. So It's better for me because otherwise, if I do like push on, um, it's just gonna end up me have to give up on it completely and wait for it to like pass, and that's not a good strategy, I think. I had my dad. Okay, I mostly saw my dad when I was a kid. They got divorced when I was 5. I saw my mom every now and then. Sometimes that would go like 3 or 4 months in between. So, yeah. Yeah, so you have had kind of a chaotic childhood too, and that's my point is sometimes when you do talk to different people and they can be like a bit of a I had a hard childhood. We are a lot of people that had a hard childhood, and we're a lot of people that are battling some different issues. But we can't blame you can't blame it on the history because you can't change the history. You can only change whatever you do now and what you want to do in the future. So, but you can learn from the history, and I know they have tried to learn from the fact that they were not aware at that time that how much it impacts a child to abandon at that age. So, I know my sister-in-law told my mom, because my brother, I have a big brother that's like 14 years older than me. So, and I think his ex-wife is older than him. So, you know. So, but she had some conversations with my mom, and they were talking about getting help from counseling, but my mom kind of misunderstood it, or that's or interpreted, or you know, that's the way she saw it was like there's nothing wrong with her. It was me that was going to be fixed, and so they it's like so when they talked to me and they again there was a very nice, I think it was a lady, I can't even remember today, that talked to me about how my home life was and different things I was afraid of or whatnot. And the end of that was, or the conclusion was, that they were invited into our home, and my mom had put all the nice china on the table, and you know, coffee and cookie, and so what they went from there was like, well, there's nothing wrong, you're just a spoiled kid. So I think that's why I, with some, you know, some professionals like psychologists and, you know, people like that, I'm a little bit hesitant about believing in what they say. And I think that's also why with some of them, it can take quite a while before I will be opening up. I will say it's with the last one I was talking to, I told him straight out, I really don't like psychologists. I'm here because I do have a problem. I do need help, but you're gonna be patient with me because I'm not just gonna tell you whatever is wrong with me. I'm gonna, and I have a very common sense, and a very calm demeanor, and a good logic. And he said that too, that you're very logical and very clear-minded with your own way and behavior and all that. So yeah, but knowing how things work and actually be able to, you know, change the ways are two different things. Just saying. Saying. So it's so. For instance, with my youngest stepson, it's not like I don't get it. I completely get it, and I have been like kind of warning in before that happened and all that. But on the other hand, if you're if you're old enough to take grown-up decisions, then you're old enough to take the consequences of those decisions. I mean, and that's where my husband, he's a bit rougher than I am. I can be like really quick at correcting and be like on the no button with things if I feel like if they want to ask something that makes me uncertain or makes me want to protect them more. I'm like, no. Where my husband would maybe be a bit more soft on it and be like, no, we can do so, but this one with his youngest is like, that's a rough one. It's really a rough one. I said to his brother, I think it was the last time they were here, that I would give him, and through him, I would give his brother good advice, and that is picking up the phone and have a chat with his dad, because his dad is not here forever, and the age we have, the genes he has, my husband, is not, we have been catching a lot, but it's still like he's not having the best genes with the whole cardiovascular thing. So it's a thing, and I know it, and I live with it, and I accept that this is just it is. So we're gonna get the best out of it while we're here. And that's why I said, please talk to your brother and let him know that my advice is, go and have that reach out and have that chat, because it's just a matter of doing it and then get it over with, and then it's not it's just the first time that's it's a bit awkward or maybe a bit hard, because people want to know usually. So but I think that unfortunately he is living in an environment where no one is like making him take responsible of anything, and why should you ever want to leave an environment like that where you're what all your needs you have is catered to, so you don't have to do anything. You just need to open your mouth for someone to feed you. That's almost what she does, his mom. Yeah, the thing is that, and I do believe he will do it, but the thing is, the age we have is around the age where, for instance, I lost my mom. So I'm so super aware that I'm not here forever. And luckily, I'm not connected gene wise to my mom. But my husband is connected to his dad, and his dad died when he was 65. But still, it's like, and the way he acts, his young one. Because one thing is what I'm like. One thing is if his dad hadn't been in his life before and suddenly wanted to enter it. But this is not the case. They have been in our life half the time, almost up till like he was age 17. So it's just been a year now. It's been a year now. that where he's from when he moved down to his mom, and we haven't heard anything from him. He did write to his dad on his dad's birthday I think, and he wrote at around New Year's to his dad, but that's it, and that's not enough. That's not enough for his dad. So, um, I think it's important that someone is reminding the young one that he needs to get his finger out of his ass, because otherwise he's not going to do it, because no one is pushing him, no one is telling him, because he doesn't have that. First of all, he's a boy. Second of all, he's just turning 18 this year, and I don't know what he expects of his 18th birthday, but he's not getting any birthday present from his dad if he doesn't take the contact. Because he didn't get anything last year, so why should he get anything this year? So with that, my husband is very, he's a rough man. You can, and on that point, I would say, it doesn't matter whether you're his son or you're his wife or you're whatever you might be. If you step over the line or you step on him and makes him mad or sad or hurt him, there's point of no return. Yeah, it has 100% something to do with his ex-wife. So as long as the young one is living with her, nothing is going to happen. That it's just like, it is what it is. But on the other hand, it's also a fact that if no one is pushing him, if no one is like pushing to the young one, he's not going to do anything. So he needs someone to remind him that he actually do still have a dad, and he needs to pull himself together. And I said to his big brother, you know what? My mom was only 3 years older than I am now when she died. So, and 3 years is just around the corner. So my advice is, tell your brother to pull himself together and get it over with. And there's no one that will be like, we don't want him to move back into it with us again. Please don't. If we can help it, because we have created our own life now. We have a separate life that has no children, and we are just trying to find our own bearings, being adults, and trying to live a life where we're gonna find back to a place where we didn't even have that when we were in love, newly in love, or that was not a case, because it all went very fast with the whole divorce, and she was moving out and I was moving in, and suddenly I was part of the whole kids situation and all that, and yeah. So now we're trying to find each other again, and reconnect as an adult, and give each other what we couldn't give each other back then. So but I still want my youngest one to, because he's actually a very sensible boy, and he actually has a lot of emotional and sensitive thoughts if you let him, if you give him room. But he also needs to know that nothing is free. Not even the thing that he thinks is free, like what he does now. because for now he has just a couple of hours a week, I think, in the local warehouse or shopping thing, and then he's just playing PlayStation for the rest of it during the night, and that's it. He's not. No one is keeping him accountable for anything. I'm happy for my mom. She found a new man who has accepted and asked if has accepted me and sees me a little bit as his own kids. Yeah, you will always, I think, to some extent, you will always kind of take stepkids in, but I think the wisest thing you can do is just to let them decide whether they want or not. And I think the older they are, the more important that part of it is. Just because when they're like, mine was like 2 and 5-ish, so the young one has never experienced a life where his mom and dad were living together. That's only the old one. So yeah. But if it's like teenage kids, if they're teenager when their parents get divorced, it's I feel like it's important that you let them decide whether they want or not, or just be available. I think it's important. So if they are that old, and I mean, our oldest one he came clean to us, and he was really feeling bad. He said, I really feel bad because I know when we were young, when we were kids, that we were lying a lot to our mom, and she was just eating it raw, and we did know what she did with it, and we did know that we were just like causing a lot of trouble for you. Yeah. And I was like, I'm happy you told me. We kind of thought that's how it was, but it was never your responsibility because your mom she was the adult one, so she would had the obligation of sitting down and take the talk with you and be like, what is this about? And then after that, before calling the authorities, pick up the phone and talk to her ex-husband and say, what are they talking about? I was 6 when she found him, but he has never tried to play the role as a dad. But he has always been good at listening to what we had to say, so it came a bit natural that it was just an extra dad. Yeah. So that when I had with my ex-husband, I had 2 kids, stepkids, and that's where we didn't call it stepkids. I was called like a bonus mom. So because I was extra, I was not like instead of anything, I was just an extra mom. So that makes a lot of sense, I think. Okay, I am just gonna keep on working with this until my husband gets home, but I think I'm gonna end the stream here and just say that I appreciate you for being here, Ola, once again, supporting me 100%, and everyone that just stops by and watch this on Avard or has just been lurking in the background. Thank you for the support, and I am back Sunday for sure, with my usual, meaning that 3 p.m. till 4 p.m. I will be streaming in Danish, so that would just be, you're more than welcome, all of you, just know that we will be speaking Danish. When people ask what my dad's name is, instead of when my what my dad's name is, it's easy because both of them has the same name. That was actually my dad had that name, and my sister in Manchester, her dad had that name too. So okay. Maybe it's a generation thing. It might be. It might be a generation thing. In my generation, Michael was a very common use. I think I knew at one point, I knew like 6 people that were called Michael with a CH. So, yeah. So I'm back Sunday at 3 p.m. Central European time, and it's we're gonna do a lot of diamond painting. I want to move on with the picture in there. I think we're gonna start with the angel card, so we will remember it, and then I'm just gonna move on with the diamond painting, and then we're gonna move. When it's 4 o'clock, I'm gonna move from Danish to English, so everyone will be understanding what I'm saying, hopefully. Yeah, and then we'll be moving on to 7 o'clock. I am going to on Sunday repeat for the schedule how it's gonna be in the future and in the upcoming week, so you will know, and I will be editing the schedule that I have been putting up on the Twitch, so hopefully no one is waiting. The only thing I can actually encourage you is that if you are following me, make sure that the notification button is clicked on, so you will get a notification whenever I go live, especially when I might be a bit more off and off. You did? Oh, I had a classmate that was called Jörn. Okay, so all of you, this is I didn't get to do the whole thing, the whole section here with you, but I really did finish this part up here, which is very, very nice. I think I really like the outcome of that. So thank you for all of you stopping by, and have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. I will be around Twitch, so maybe we will be seeing each other there. Yeah, take care out there. Take care, Ola. We will be talking to each other. I will be gonna check on those pictures you sent to me. So have a nice day. Bye.